noticed about Gaming Gladiators, I feel like I look at their webcams during like the major, during last tour,
30秒
and they
后
all
战斗
seem
开始。
pretty high spirit, relaxed, laughing.
I don't know if you noticed, they won the... You would not expect them to in a bad mood. But yeah, something about Celery. Celery is just a very chill, very Dutch guy, I would say. I want to accomplish his Zen. This is how Zen I want to be.
Just smiling at all times, very calm. Celery way of game.
征战号角，响彻全场。
See, what happens is bounty runes picked up finally as this game continues for the DC. On the Drow, it's TA2000. I remember back at Epicenter a long time ago when he stood in for Empire. This guy was like the TA master.
He is very, very good at playing these brain. Yeah, that's kind of his thing. Stun, misses, saving all the good stuns for later.
That's how it's done. You gotta like grow the karma, grow the positive stuns and the hits. Use it at the end, hopefully. I like how top Duraccio was throwing the Aphotic Shield onto Celery, and it's like, you know, he's probably going to take a majority of that aggression. All right, cool, go after him. I'll put a shield, damage. See, I'm really interested to kill these heroes once they get like level 2, level 3 going on for Gaming Gladiators up top. But like, what's for you the most interesting lane? Like, where's the bloodbath?
I'm looking at this bottom lane, where Ace and Tofu are gonna be playing Undying. It's an Undying lane. They didn't pull anything. Don't have much HP. 12 DK, make it 16.
Ooh.
400 HP on Marcy. It's even starting with the hand blades of attack. Wants to be able to get as much damage and as much data. He understands that this is constant harassment from Tori and the TA2000 relatively low. But definitely a lane to look out for. This strong lane coming on from OT where Undying tanks, soaks up all the damage pretty much, and then TA2000 should be doing a complete free farm, as you already see, sitting at 7 and 6.
Yeah, so it feels like maybe they're waiting on, say, Quinn to come over and Jade to try and fight at the tower early, John into the tower. We've seen that sometimes where like Quinn TP to the bottom lane with Mashrak, and then they'll set up a fight. I think they definitely have
天辉
to
上
kind
塔
of get
正
that
受
done.
到
If
攻
you
击，
catch TA2000 out of lane, you get a bushwhack, it would expose. All of a sudden, if you're there, you land and probably got yourself a kill and make it. Celery tethered back to the ring. Duraccio, like I said, it's a very sustainable lane, and he's just...
Duraccio is an insanely aggressive carry player. He tends to go for an extra wave. Let's see the healing coming out from him.
Got the Aphotic Shield, that first on Omar Nefri, and the right quick's coming in. All of a sudden, you need a cookie to get away. Unable to kill these heroes, and they're outputting a good amount of damage.
He's also starting with the Boots of Speed. Gets that extra movement. Furnace as well, so gotta be very careful. Omar does have Boots of Speed on his tusk. How aggressive they're playing here.
Duraccio again, right clicking on. Shot away from having that on him.
就现在给自己搞酒糟
Top lane
瓶
is
了。你要是想找他
6
的话，
CS. Snapfire.
4 CS for Marcy. That's the big one. Drow Ranger sitting at 12 denies. TA2000.
It's coming in, the Curse of Avernus, and they're just going to run down under the tower. Throws the shards out, the Aphotic Shield pops, they get him as well. And they're going to get Omar too. Tech team or not, you're probably dead. Now Celery knows he's going to die to the tower, so he just goes down. He'll come back full health, full mana, and with nobody around that's a well worth that.
Definitely. He knows that there's not going to be anyone to pick up any kind of experience there, so Dice will bring some items for Duraccio. Duraccio, meanwhile, getting the solo XP. But this bottom lane, 21 and 12 on TA2000.
Yeah, so you're not going to believe me when I say the first part of this sentence, but yesterday I was watching CTY in a pro game. It was Open Qualifiers. It was the current year. And, you know, he had a lot of denies. You know, the master of CS.
What did he play?
He was playing Troll Warlord, and he had like 20 denies in the first few minutes. I was like, oh my god. They managed to lose both games, but you know, he looks good in the laning phase, and
that's what matters. Someone picks you up as a teammate. Like, yeah, This man's really good at laning. Nefret now in trouble, doesn't have a cookie. One more hit.
Yeah,
extra
Christopher
slow.
again. So now you're silenced. You can't get away. Like, this is such a dangerous lane to play into.
Rocket just put a second point in curse.
That's not going to be fun to deal with. They get the Undying Ace, though. Body blocks from Tofu, trying to keep him off the Marcy. Oh. Yeah, there it is. Finally, getting the kill on to Marcy. It took a little bit of shing around the trees, but get that vision to get this.
These are not good trade gaming gladiators, at least this one, where Brow Ranger gets solo XP. Once she gets to level 6 and gets that level 6, this lane becomes, I'd say, unplayable, especially full HP. Look at that damage now.
Yeah, Tofu, careful, but the sidekick comes out. And
oh no!
Bushwhack into the dispose, and Gory, well, just as quickly as he TP'd into the lane, you're dead back in the grave and back in the base.
This is a rough one. This is how you ruin the perfect lane for TA2000, who's on top of CS 29 and 15. Now Leshrac taking
Quinn, surprise, like it's his golden hero, right? Like every time we see him on the Leshrac, he is dominating not only the lane, but
pretty much. This time around, he does have Celery to play with, and look at Gaming Gladiators. They're playing so aggressively immediately. They know that there is no TP available on Kaori. Going on mid lane.
Yeah,
okay, they want to make something happen. No level 5, Quinn is level 6, so might go for a solo kill.
Leading Rid, pulls Nova going, and they get the decay, but they've got the snowball coming over from the side from Omar. There's the tether from Celery. Quinn lands stun, but he's still gonna die. The trade only stopping the salve, so that's not going to go exactly perfectly, but they can potentially get Noob coming over from the bottom. Thinking about going for the Undying. Both mids dying in that exchange.
If they had another Fairy Fire or another stick charge, could have been a disaster for... You already see double rotation, both supports from Gaming Gladiators. They know how to rotate, leaving Racho here. One versus one. Yeah, like this hero just doesn't die, especially when he gets close to level 6, unless they bring the numbers. If those numbers, this is going to be a third hero.
Yeah, that's what you need. And Racho, like, it's unfortunate, but that's what needs to happen for Thunders. That's the only way he's dying in that one.
Or if he does a classic Duracio move, decides to dive tier 2 tower. Look at how aggressive Gaming Gladiators are playing. Right now, they've been underneath the tier 2 tower. Coil available.
Yeah, didn't end up using it in the top lane. They had the snowball follow-up. They were fine. Pushback lands on 2. Equal shot and the stun. Look how quickly Noob just hides. Quinn gets the kill, the snowball. Well, Omar, one more right click from Quinn. That's going to be a double. 8 shoulders to look to take that engagement, and they pay for it dearly.
They wanted to separate the lanes, play a bit more aggressive on the mid lane, which
look at where they are
now. Nefret, it looks very dead. Those bushwhacks from Tofu really on point.
Yeah, it's under the tower. It doesn't matter. Gaming Gladiators just... I think they think their side of the map is the entirety of the map because everybody's playing past the towers. This is insane.
They planted the deep observer ward. Quinn playing behind the enemy lines one more time. He's seeing any kind of rotation coming out with this ward, which I think should be already placed one sentry behind the tier 2 tower because how aggressive Gaming Gladiators played. And now that they force the movement from enemy heroes to the top part of the map, Ace can get some free farm on the bottom lane, just hits level 6, and now this free farm Drow Ranger also forced to get out of the lane. They rotate them. If she shows up on the lane, they rotate one hero, Drow Ranger's just die.
Yeah, gotta be careful. Comes down here to John pushing for a moment, but again, Duracio safe over top. He's holding a point just in case he needs that borrowed time. Something similar to see with Ray.
I don't think I've seen. I don't remember. Like, I watch a lot of Dota, and I have not seen play so aggressively behind enemy towers 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, they're really confident. And Noob, he's trying to do the same thing, but I feel like it's more in fear that he's running behind the tier 1 tower, and eventually will drop to Quinn, who's now on a killing spree.
Like, guys, it's really working out for Gaming Gladiators. We should also play behind towers.
Take a look at those odds brought to you by esportsbet.io, and it's already Gaming Gladiators 1.09. This is definitely favoring Gaming Gladiators at the moment. They're going to bring 2 heroes down bottom again to go after Ace. It's in the insane to go from top and get that kill, but now he's trying to bring back bushwhack.
Oh my god, Tofu! Ace, no way he survives this. He's trying to get a kill to TA2000 and eventually falls. But Tofu giving him all the time in the world to try and get more than just one kill. It's like eventually Tofu should die, but another
No mana for
holds
DK.
in place. Back over in the fight, got a Dream Coil down on a Celery, but no follow-up on this. They relocated into the fight. Quinn was trying to at least help out Tofu and get a kill, but nobody else dies.
What a beautiful play. Tofu, he's all over the place, involved in 8 out of 10 kills. He landed a 2-man bushwhack in the enemy triangle and now hits heroes. If they had another rotate, like this is Io, who's level 6.5, 4-10-minute mark. Tofu needs 1 CS, 1 experience to get himself to level 6. So once you buy a dome, it's like Tofu's gonna be the one buying it. You have sharpshooter, it's gonna be almost level 7.
Yeah, so he's already ready for it. He's gone 2-2-1-1. See, as he gets this bushwhack fire, when it ends up being 2.4 seconds, if he's landing that on the entirety of the team, I think the fight's just over. That is really having a lot of presence felt for Squirrel.
天灰下塔
Yeah, they
正
kind
受
of
到
run
攻
through the
击。
day, kind of this game. That's Duraccio safe to free farm up top again, still free to do whatever he wants, and nobody's stopping him. Nefert's showing himself every now and then, but you see Duraccio just runs forward and draw back from that snapfire. Actually going towards mid. They've got to go back off cooldown and look at the damage coming out of the wind. They finally get a kill there onto this distract. Duraccio TP's into the mortar.
He's in trouble. He's very dead
The
here.
borrowed time immediately, and they've gotten the multi-shot. That's probably not according to plan. 5 heroes are there. You had the free lane, and instead you didn't die.
Okay, they're not messing around. They brought every single member. Now bushwhack. This should reveal the high ground ward.
天灰上塔正受到攻击。
He misclicked. He attacked the sentry.
He had gotten the deny there. If I can compliment.
We can always talk about his beautiful hair.
True. That is very true. I'm trying to replicate it. I just don't.
It's not working out.
But you've got Ace going into the BKB. Obviously a different build than what you see to the safe lane Marcy that goes into the Battle Fury. Straight BKB. We know that Marcy's can be tough straight off the Unleash. And
烈焰
I'm
上
not
塔
surprised to
正
see
受到
that
攻
Ace
击。
now going after Omar has to help Tofu get the kill there onto the Tusk down bottom.
Bit of a different build from what we see, especially in China. Previously, offlane Marcy was very popular, going for armlet most of the time.
Yeah.
Some Marcys were going for rush BKB.
邀请大
Once
家
you pick
喝
up
一
a
下吧。
BKB, you don't care about any of these.
天灰下塔正
One
受
of the
到攻
reasons
击
why Ace is rushing it, other than a punch, but much about it. 12-minute Bloodstone finished on Quinn. It's time to go. They want to take a fight. They want to take this tier 1 tower on the mid lane. Maybe even rotate to the bottom. But seeing what they're drawing on a minimap, playing behind enemy tower one more time, I see different drawings on a minimap. Looks like they want to do a full circle.
烈焰下塔正受到攻击
Yeah,。we'll see where they go. I was expecting maybe Quinn to come down bottom earlier to get that tower.
天灰下
I know he
塔
came
正
down
受
with
到
the
攻
relocate
击
when。that fight was going on, and they using Ace eventually. I still was expecting him to.
谢谢你的奖励。
Duraccio getting chased. He's got the borrowed time. Eventually, he'll just pop that himself. Snowball coming in as well as the shards. That'll block him in. Now they got the Mortimer's Kisses, and you look at the damage coming out. It's a lot real quick onto the Abaddon. They also find a follow-up on a Tofu with Waning Rift. They've got the Ooze.
天灰下塔正受到
Do it.
攻击
Even。dropping the
烈
Stream
焰
Coil,
上
which
塔
is
正受到攻
probably
击。
unnecessary.
天
He
灰
did not
军
want to
团
risk it.
全面加
Best
固。
chance from the squirrel inside the trees. That's how Tofu managed to survive that one extra miss hit near the bottom lane. OD, bringing numbers.
天灰下塔
Making
正受
this
到
game
攻击。
pretty
烈焰
cool at the
上
moment.
塔
1K
正受到
gold lead
攻
for
击
Gaming。Gladiators. They
烈
are the
焰
ones
上
making the
塔
move.
已被摧毁。
Mac on
天灰
Snapfire,
下
so that's
塔
some
正受
extra
到攻
tankiness.
击。
Draw Rangers root farm DA2000 almost has 4 staff. Full pike finished in another minute. Going into shard, wants to be that healing, so that's going to be a big timing for
夜
Drow
眼
Ranger.
上塔
So
正
far,
受
he
到
did
攻
not
击。
die. Sitting at 2-0 and 2, also stacking the triangle for
Not that it was under the radar, but the way that he moved out of the
天灰下塔正受到攻击。
lane and then it felt like Ace was gonna have that open bottom. I didn't really expect Drow to be where TA 2000 is right now.
天
Where
灰下
Dyrachyo
塔已
is
被
in
摧毁。
comparison. Dyrachyo felt like he had a free lane. Now he's died a couple times in a row, and all of a sudden, what felt like could be a complete radiance, you know, not the best time.
This is going to be 17 minutes radiance if by an extra time. A big difference. Lowest net worth core at the moment.
See if it gets any easier. Do have Quinn stand at the top, which is no surprise with the way he's been playing thus far. He's does himself, but overall, I want to say he's made high impact.
安静。
Look over to try to get Ace. He's already got a BKB. Go to the Unleash, unable to get the kill there on the Undying, thanks to blocking of the shards, but no rebound out of the high ground. Getting going to Omar, they'll look over for the Undying. This is done. The output is just one kill from the side of Gaming Gladiators as they continue to play across the river.
First usage of the BKB, they definitely wanted to get more. Ace gets stuck. Said that there are many abilities that Magic community, unless there's a Drow Ranger, this Martian doing the BKB, definitely not dying.
恢复神符。
Pop the BKB, pop the Unleash. Allowing the hit. While that's all going on, you have Nefrit finally getting a lane to himself where he's able to farm up. He's close to the Guardian Grieve. Quite honestly, the fact that his lane was so hard to deal with, but he's still above the Abaddon. Like, it's kind of surprising. I'm really shocked about where Dyrachyo's at, and Celery's gonna die inside the tree.
Alright, very interesting build. I think it's time to go for Roach, because back team is maxed out. They're also going to have Illusion, so you can dodge through all of the spells. And I don't know if they can contest this. Roachon's going to drop down immediately. It's already down to half HP. Gaming Gladiators can't react to this. Very nice move, and also interesting build from Nori. He's the one maxing out his soul rate. Wants to be able to get more heals done. Wants to be able to match coming out from Gaming Gladiators.
Aegis. Sure, everybody had that in their prediction book where we're gonna take the first. We are. They're keeping this game competitive at the moment. And
They're doing a really good job at the moment. Not allowing Gaming Gladiators to snowball with their lineup. First aggression that like supposed to come with the Bloodstone never really came. Now Abba, he's the one that picked up Radiance.
天灰军
They
团
decide to
正
take a
在
fight.
扫描
If。they want to fight into the
夜
Power
眼
Rangers,
中
level 12,
塔
so
正
that's
受到
level 2
攻击。
marksmanship. Going into
天灰
BKB
下
next,
塔
Spike
正受
Gun,
到攻
plus a
击。
shard being delivered on Courier.
now it's moved forward with Omar, multi-shot for the piece. Hitting on the side of Go. Oh. They're kind of taking a page out of the playbook of Gaming Gladiators with where they're playing. All 5 heroes are at the jungle at the moment. Well, sorry, 4 heroes are at the jungle at the moment. Now going bottom. You know, when you're playing that aggressive, I don't know if Gaming Gladiators feel comfortable enough to make a move to try and fan or play aggressive in their own jungle. You don't exactly have vision to see where Ooredoo Thunders are.
The Ooredoo Thunders, they want to take these fights. Like, they have big items. Pike plus Shard on Drow Ranger that I mentioned, and also Noob Blink Dagger. So his initiation is going to be much easier if he lands Coil on 2 people. Snapfire with ulti, always going to be really good follow-up. So in this game, pre-BKBs, before they buy him or after they use Snapfire plus Coil, always going to be. Yeah. Even Omar managed to get some farm. Found enough money to farm up his Blink Dagger. But the most important thing that we did not mention, Brigand's Blade on Marcy. This is GG. This is literally game over. Once you pick up that item, Basher coming up.
Brigand's Blade feels strong. Let's see how strong Ace has got that Basher. Said, they're coming over. One of the things that I've noticed, which is a bit unfortunate, Sentry that's right for the steps, doesn't reach high ground, but come over. They've smoked up. They're going all the way around. Can they find anybody? They're gonna find Omar, and He'll go in with a Walrus Punch and start off like that. Side though, Ace pops BKB, goes to the Unleash, and T2000 is just going to run away from him. So the entirety of his BKB is going to be on chasing that Drow and not laying a scratch on that Drow Ranger. Duraccio needs to run. The Black Shield gets popped. He now has the borrowed time going off as well. Go back to this relocate area, and Noob's actually going to be by 3 heroes on the side of Game Gladiators. Phase shift, he's able to walk away, and nobody dies in this situation. Is a bit.
Celery's gonna die. He's the one who saved him with relocate, so someone has to die in the end. Try to go on a Drow Ranger who still had Aegis for 4.5 minutes before that fight, so Ace will need to target a bit more carefully next time around. He's very strong once he uses Unleash, Astra plus a BKB. They're the items pretty much that there's also BKB on Lesh that didn't use, so they might be able to take another fight once the Aegis is higher and BKB's up.
River's Kisses right on top of Tofu, they get the kill in the Hoodwink, so never takes credit for that one, and Duraccio immediately having that fire shield pop. Borrowed time just coming off cooldown. Now he'll TP away, but the cookie lands. They'll stop the TP. This is looking like another kill on the Abaddon. Game net worth-wise, it's even.
OT. All the right moves, much. They're playing the map so quickly, not allowing Gaming Gladiators to pop, and also that position from Omar to be able to break the smoke, instantly goes an IO. As I said, like, no one's dying, but they did manage to stay in the fight long enough. And also one thing that Soul Rip maxed out, the one holding Philosopher's Stone on Undying, so Kaori having a Holy Locket as well, extra region, extra healing coming out, for most likely it's the Drow Ranger. Next fight, the A2000, once it fires, will have a BKB.
If Gaming Gladiators can kind of recover where the game state is fast. A lot of people, maybe after the first series for OT, might have written them off after they got 2-0'd by Mona Spa, and well, we are major champions. They're keeping it respectfully close. I mean, we all saw the odds halfway through this game so far. We were expecting it to just go by the wayside. Well, wrong. Now the odds actually favor Ooredoo. I mean, that is...
I'd say the same thing. I feel like this Drow Ranger could easily take over the game, but he's been warming up extremely fast. And I like the item build that hit. AB is the Scotty next. Scotty against Abba, against Leshrac, healing from Io. This is going to be massive, unless they can find somehow a jump on this Drow Ranger. But then again, there is a snowball save, Soul Rip, Cookie, Force Staff, so many things that they can save people with. It's going to be all about the execution. Like, even Quinn is picking up a Blink Dagger, so you will have eventually with BKBs and Blinks that can't jump on top of Drow Ranger, try to close the gap.
Yeah, maybe not so fortunate like the fight we saw up towards top, right? Where Ace pops that BKB, tries to rebound in, and all of a sudden it's Cookie and Force Staff. You can't catch the drop. They have some backup to that, made hands on that Drow, and you could see the Dota Plus win probability percent 49%.
Does not want to be too biased. 50-50s. Extra 1% to OT.
Dota Plus curse or anything applies here.
Dota Plus still didn't update Abaddon carry. Know how Dota Plus thinks strong this hero is. And looking at the skill build on Duraccio, not to pick up any points in Mistcoil. Wants to be more tanky, getting stats instead, going into Manta style next. So this is going to be a way of farming, and also he's the way. This is something I'm not sure who first invented it. Talk about carry Abba with Radiance. K1 comes to my mind.
Nectar. Is there anybody else you think? Just him.
It has been played a couple of years back, but he's much spamming it when it was not as popular. Chris, good spot to break the smoke.
But he gets exposed for Staff
way.
Back in the same direction. Track technically misses, but they're going to land the stun. Ooredoo pop the neck. They'll try to survive, but that's not happening. Or now Ace is on a dominating spree. Those shards don't block out Ace, but it does block the rest of his team getting up out of the high ground. No steps, and they're going to pop the ult. inside. Look at the Boris punch. Right click's coming in for the Drow. They go
Good positioning from
snowball.
TA 2000.
Backline. They've got themselves the dream kill. They don't go to Ace. They'll take out this Marcy. They'll get the kill to Tofu. And now Celery, Duraccio, what will they do? They get themselves the kill on the Undying, but they're going to lose this IO. It's now 3 years dead on the side of King fighting for tomorrow. Time running out.
One.
No more sand in the hourglass for you. No more life in your health bar either.
迷茫的代
And
价。
TA 2000, his positioning has been mastered here so far. Level 18.
Oh boy.
Bit of a lag. Not lag, but no, it's a good time to pause. You win a good team fight, and also Undying on Undying with the Tombstone, providing vision, properly on the high ground. They kind of dove behind enemy lines, and 2000 was sitting on the low ground. Multi-shot with that level 15 talent, with multiple times. That again, Ace. Anything done gets snowballed and immediately.
Just supports on the back lines too. Don't worry. Like, that was a big issue for them too. You don't have yourself Tofu. You have much life left in Celery, so there's a lot of this fight with the pronged attacking him from Thunder. So well done for them and by them to
They don't have enough to lock down puck. That's one of the problems. Maybe with ABBA, with man style, he could get potentially surprised by the silence. You need either bushwhack, you need rebound, dispose, which is a bit more difficult to execute, or Leshrac stun, which is also kind of a tough now that the pit is maxed out. Now puck. Very tanky with Ayasan build. As regeneration, we're next Roshan, full 3 minutes till he respawns.
still not really recovered in this.
恢复神符，
And usually somebody like Ace, who we see on these heroes that kind of farm up, like say a Nature's Prophet, he'll sit sometimes towards the top end of the net worth list as well. Like, he's right there with the Abaddon. Really have kind of
夜眼上塔正受到攻击。
Honestly, not the easiest to farm with. Most of the time you can... You don't not want to pop Unleash to farm unless it's a big stack. Also, this is offlane Marcy, so you don't have
天
Battle
灰集
Fury.
团正在
It's
走
gonna take the longer time.
夜眼上塔正
Clear
受
the
到
creep
攻
wave.
击，
Now Noob.
夜眼军团
Playing a bit of a
全
different
面加
game.
入。
Jaw. Gaming Gladiators were crowned on the mid lane. A2000 will push off full
夜
butterfly.
眼上塔
Another
已
40
被
gold.
摧毁。
gets close to that finished item with the fact that he took that top tier 2, so that opened up the outpost to be taken here. They are starting to back. They've got a couple of heroes nearby. Ace gonna go for the blink as well as the dispose. Nice dodge. That pushback with the snowball. Ace is seen once again. Quick locked up on the BKB top tier by the track going into the TA 2000 against. No, recoil onto 3. They'll take out as there goes Celery and goes Tofu. So they are losing heroes by the wayside. And Duraccio trying to run in with the borrowed time, but there's still just not enough damage going for this trying to TP out. Oh, just gets away, but Duraccio not so fortunate. And 4 heroes dead on the side of Gaming Gladiators and Ooredoo Thunders. Big
天灰
clean.
下塔正受到
Bar
攻
did
击，
use a buyback. If he wanted, he could have gone for Leshrac instead of going for that support. But yeah, very quick execution from OT. Drow Ranger completely uncontested. TA 2000, he was thinking about getting a different item. This butterfly increases his damage by quite a lot and also does not allow...
夜眼中
Could
塔
sound
正受
weird
到攻
getting
击。
butterfly in Leshrac, but then again, you're playing into Marcy, playing into Abaddon. He does not want to get hit, and both of these scores instantly up MK. They need somehow to be able to deal with that evasion coming out from Drow Ranger's butterfly.
Yeah, so they need to be able to kill up TA 2000. He popped that BKB. He's untouched in that fight, kept it clean, and say Noob did too. The 3-minute oil, like everything worked out for them.
Yeah,
Now all
yeah,
of a sudden, they're 5,000 net worth on a Gaming Gladiators lineup that isn't exactly finding a recovery.
Definitely not. I feel like Ooredoo Thunder, they need to mess up fights in a row to be able to throw this game. Because so far, and I don't think they're gonna do it. Because so far, the execution has been on point. So much they have the snack, have full pipe and another Glimmer Cape plus Soul Rip that we mentioned and the Holy Locket. I don't
天
think we
灰
usually
下
don't
塔
see.
正受到攻击，
Items are starting to pile up on Undying. 5 Undying, IO going for the same item build pretty much.
烈焰中塔正受到攻
You
击。
have some vision on these heroes, and well, Celery's gonna pop the mech. Go to the Mortimer's Kisses, they'll take the IO. Quinn's gonna have to fight for his life, and well, deciding against it, it pops the BKB and TP's out. And that IO very early on, there's just nothing he can do, especially with the rest of the team nowhere nearby.
It seems like Gaming Gladiators will need another set of items.
正受到攻击。
Mostly 2 MKBs and another big item on Quinn, which is coming out relatively shortly, but it's not going to come on time for them to be able to contest this Roche.
Yeah, another Roche going free for OT, and
暗山
maybe another Aegis on
突击杀
T2000.
烂的
We also
战
get the
斗。
shard
天辉上
now.
塔正受到
Round,
攻击。
use that up because Strow already has that. You really want to get that early on, so you've got yourself that hypothermia damage coming out. Closed engagements that they've been having with Gaming Gladiators. Ifu picks up the shard because they kind of just
万象神符。
say, does everybody have shard? They just
Sometimes you forget. We're winning against major winners. If someone's gonna go inside the Roche pit,
烈焰中
could
塔
be the
正受
one.
到攻
Marcy could
击。
destroy it, and that's the one I like, because she does not want to pick it up. IO, definitely the one that could benefit a lot from it, especially when Flash Rack, also Abba, somehow manages to get inside the Roche pit.
yeah, he's all the way back at base at the moment.
And he also doesn't have Miss Quote.
Yeah.
Well, we'll need to put a point in it.
Eventually, wander upon this. What happens? Dream Coil BKB. Getting out of that Dream
烈焰
Coil
上塔
immediately.
正受到
He's gonna
攻
try and
击
run away while THC does
天
it.
辉
He's
军
not
团
to.
全面
Hex
加固。
Hex finish not Quinn. He's gonna blink on in. They've got the Hex going through with the Bushwhack coming out. Snowball save is there.
He's
That's
full
going on to
HP.
creep onto the high ground, but they need to deal with the fact that TH2000 just isn't taking any damage. Any rip on the 2 that's out of the IO as well as the Hoodwink. They'll back up back into their base. Well, Break the Thunders, not really a scratch on them.
Didn't pop a BKB, it was only a snowball. Flash Golem was used. Plus Tombstone, of course, but nothing too valuable. They're going to continue to siege with TA2000 once the tower falls. This was the first initiation with the Hex,
Yeah.
so next time it's not going to be as surprising for Ooredoo Thunders.
They already dealt with it so easily. Going over and getting an Arcane Rune to Zerachio, but still not going into the Roche. But check out if there is that shard. Not aware of something like that. Bottom lane, you've also got Ace pushing, so not the full team here for the side of Gaming Gladiators, and they're electing to allow the top lane to just go down. They don't really feel comfortable fighting into this Aegis, knowing that, well, they've seen it before.
天
Omar
辉
can
军
get
团
that save
正在
pretty
烈
easily
焰
with the
上路
snowball.
兵营已被
They
摧
do lack control. They can't really control Drow Ranger. They also don't have enough
烈焰
control
军
for
团
Puck, and Puck,
正在
after
上
seeing
苗。
him picking up that Aegis, decides to get Eon Disc instead. So we'll be able to get
烈焰
multiple
中
round of
塔
spells.
正受到攻击。
Level 21, that's
天
level,
辉
like
中
her
塔
talents
正
are
受
so
到攻
insanely
击。
good. Level 15, level 10, and then you get to level 25, the damage. And he also decided to go for Lincoln's. I guess the only
天辉下塔正
ability
受到
that
攻
he is
击。
afraid of is pretty much getting disposed by Marcy.
So
And now with the Hex, of course. The Hex is going to be pretty big. Didn't know what he's going to go for, kind of preemptively decided to go for it. So TA2000 having a pretty good read what's going to come out.
swag. Again, they've got 4 steps, they have Snowball, they have the sit. Okay, and they go back like he's full health again, and he's just ready to stand his ground.
They don't even need a shard from Road to finish off this game. They do still have minutes and a half left of that Aegis win. Trying to land a stun. So
Still in matter. Both shot comes in, lands on a 3. They go to the Hex once again. Still a minute and a half on this road. They just continue to land stuns, and 2000 continue.
烈焰中塔已被摧毁。
uses multi-shot, instantly kills the creep wave. Someone needs to be outside of the base because they're not getting too much. They're gonna get out-farmed. Right now, controlling the jungle. I like this play. Let's see what they're gonna get out from it. Someone maybe needs
Damage
to
for the
TP.
Drow.
Someone might need bottom to look like they're not gonna go for anything. Done with it. DD Drow, as you said.
A lot of damage. He's that's Potato Shrek.
does not have buyback. Needs some extra gold. 200 gold.
烈焰中路兵
There is one
正
rune to
受
be
到
picked
攻
up, but
击
it's。not gonna be enough. So this is gonna be another set of barracks. There is still tier 2 tower available. Let's see if they want to go for a push. Maybe 30 seconds
天
left.
灰信使
50 seconds for
被
left
击杀，
track. The
烈焰军
A2000
团全面加
very
固。
aggressively.
They're relocating to cut the creep wave. That allows them to set up on Celery
烈
on the
焰
way
中塔
back.
正受到攻击，
Just kill him. Like, this is all of OT right now, and they're not being stopped. Like, nothing is getting in their way, and I mean, if I'm Gaming Gladiators, I'm probably pretty hesitant about just calling PG and going for that last fight. They go to the BKB, but a lot of that duration is going to be used with the Walrus Punch coming in, so now he's in trouble to get the kill to Omar. They take out Ori, they've got themselves 2 kills. They got the Drow, they've got the Bad, and they get the TA2000. They'll follow it up with a stun, and they should get themselves 3.
Heavy commitment. This is double buyback from Gaming Gladiators. Let's see what they're going to be able to do. There is no Roche. Maybe they can try to take the tier 2 tower. First, they're going to retake the outpost, but the next time OT goes for a push, if they manage to find Leshrac one more time, he's going to be dead for a very, very long time. It's going to give them enough time for actually to close out the game. Because without Leshrac, their damage output is very limited. They need another set of items. They need this MKB. Let's see the silence.
天灰上塔正受到攻
Still a
击，
shard. They go to like check Roche.
天灰上塔已被摧毁。
Still looking to build that MKB, Quinn.
Very close yet so far.
They've got Tofu.
计划算是破起来吗？
Something to kill. They're gonna go for Noob. They've got that.
No E on this.
They've got the stun. They'll get the kill. That's not worth it, Noob. Take out this talk for 90 seconds.
Yeah, take that, noob. Abba
That's
now
gonna line
got
up with Roche potentially respawning.
yeah, Abba got a lot of gold for that one. Right now, he does have Enchanted Quiver, so that's True Strike coming up from him, and also Monkey King Bar going into Basher neck. If Gaming Gladiators can hold for another couple of minutes, MKB's finished on Marcy. Leshrac, he needs some kind of a armor item. Just a casual plate mail will do the trick. Playing against the Drow Ranger, you saw how
天灰下塔
immediately
已
he...
被
I mean, it
摧
was
毁。
BD Drow Ranger, but still.
So this net worth lead was 10k. They hold, they get a couple of kills, it's 3k. Now they go for Ace, bring it back to 5,000, but Quinn's gonna go in, he's got the Hex, it's on the TA2000, they land, the stun's gonna be on Omar, they're going in deep. Fires that Quickie, that stun's gonna land on the Abaddon, they go to Scatterblast, Quickie on it, the high ground from TA2000, they've got the depth control, track, the look over Durantio, the follow time's just not gonna be enough. Get more than just forwarding. How about the positioning is just perfect here from TA2000, and they will take out this Abaddon.
TA2000. GG, well played in the old chat. While he's attacking, types miss. Accidentally uses it, and now with 80 seconds, no Leshrac, 69 seconds without Eba. Nice, but he's gonna be able to respawn because he does have buyback available. This Hurricane Pike, TA2000, having a perfect game, only managed to die once.
Yeah, perfect positioning, just right on the edge of the cliff.
7,000 damage done.
烈焰中塔
No left
正
track
受
for
到攻
60.
击，
Abba needs to buy back immediately.
天灰信使
Buyback
已
comes
被
in, that
击
tier
杀，
4 is down.
烈焰中
Drone
塔
will
已
be
被摧毁。
exposed. Finish off the game. But
兄弟，
there for you, Tofu.
烈焰遗迹正受到攻
Coming
击
in, right clicks from TA2000. They need jump. Geo pushing in. Manta.
烈
just
焰
trying to
遗迹
force them
正
to
受到
fight
攻击，
by hitting their
Oh my
throne.
god, look at that
The
damage.
damage so quick. Just out of the Abaddon again. The borrow time's gonna be forced, and he's gonna have to run back to
烈
base.
焰遗迹
Frank
正
Ace
受
goes in
到
with the
攻
unleash.
击。
This is the Walrus Punch with the BKB duration, but the right foot damage is gonna be more than enough to get the go to Ace. They're gonna relocate in the fight. They'll go in. So it's gonna be caught off. TA2000 gets himself a triple kill with 12 GG, and a Raid of Thunders will take the first game off of Gaming Gladiators in this tour. The major champions. Oh, just the first game so far.
I believe Gaming Gladiators were on 13-game win streak. They've not dropped a single game.